Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Raider Nation. Yeah, we finally back. It's been a minute. I know. I've been out. Not gonna even lie, I couldn't stomach dealing with the loss. Yeah, that Bengals loss tore me up. We're gonna get into it, right? We're gonna get into it as we always do with everything. Yeah, that Bengals loss hurt. Yeah, it hurt. That hurt pretty bad. I don't know if I want to talk about it too much because we got some good things to talk about after that. But yeah, that Bengals game hurt. But before we get into all that, welcome everybody to the show. Appreciate you all for joining. As always, we want to take care of the housekeeping as us YouTubers, our content creators do. Please, if you don't mind, be sure to hit that like, smack that like button, and also be sure to smack that subscribe button. If you've been following, we hit that 100 mark, but of course, in order to really do some damage, if you will, and get live and really start making some change for next year's season, we need some more subscribers. So please pass this around, send it out to all your Raider Nation friends and fans, even the ones that aren't. Just let them know we need a little bit of help, right? We just need a little bit of help to get this thing over that thousand subscriber mark, and yeah, we start doing something for the Raider Nation fans that really want to come to the games, and let's make it happen live, virtually, as well as physically. So yeah, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, I got my light beers today. It's a light one. Um, Coming from the Growler Bar. Yep, local spot as always. I'm double fisting it today. I got a little bit of bourbon. I'm always getting a little bit of bourbon in the drink when I don't have to worry about doing too much. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be training, but nothing wrong with a little nightcap. A little nightcap, as they say. I'm in the house for the night. So yeah, let's just dive right on into it. Bengals game. You know, that was tough. Everything about it was just terrible. And for the first time, you are absolutely going to hear me really say something about the officiating. Because first things first, let's go through our normal progression, right? Stadium, as always, we at home. You know how things are when it comes to the Death Star. Absolutely beautiful stadium. Fans beautiful. Um, it wasn't one of those scenarios where we felt like we were outnumbered by the Bengals in any way, shape, or form when it comes to their fans. I don't know. Hey, other people have to chime in on that. As far as where I was at, the places that I was going, didn't have that problem at all. Not like the previous games. So yeah, we had we had enough fanfare in there to combat, and we did our job. We actually did our job that game. Sat in the same seats. Row 13, C-133, row 13, seat one, right at the 40, 45, whatever it is. Great seats as always. That a lot of the same people show up at that particular location. My dog Dwight was there as always. Just everybody there in support, right? And everybody really showed out. We did what we could from that respect as far as fans are concerned. I've always said it takes everybody, right? Fans, offense, defense, special teams, right? Front office. It takes everybody, including us, in order to make things happen and do our part when it comes to the chair. And we did that. Everybody just fell apart, right? And again, offense, defense, special teams. Carr played terrible. I mean, we all, you everyone was done with Carr at this point. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I mean, I walked away from that stadium angry. For the first time, I was probably pretty angry when it came to, yeah, for the first time. I have to say, I was not happy with this loss. I was not happy with the effort. I was not happy with anything. I was really upset. I was ready for Carr to go. Yep. And that's part of our problem as Raider Nation. It's always this, right? We go through a great game, a couple of great games, and then we're right back to square one. And it's always, car this, car that, this car, that car. I don't know. I don't know what we can do, Raider Nation. Um, it's tough. It really is tough right now. I don't know how we go about, this whole um quarterback controversy, if you will, and this is clearly amongst the fans. We're talking about Raider Nation family because we are a family divided on this one. I mean, make no mistake about it. There's no question. We are divided 100% on Carr. 50, it's probably 50-50, 50-49 and a half. Yeah, it's just, as thin as it gets as far as whether you're a fan or not, if you want him gone or not. What can we do? I mean, we'll talk about that stuff right after the season. Hey, as far as right now, Carr is our guy. I do have on away gear today, but that's just because it was easy to pull out. We're home, right? We got Washington. We'll talk about that, a little bit later. Again, I digress. Let's get back into it. Fans, excellent. Both sides of the fence, right? Great fans for the Bengals. Nothing outrageous. No fights that made any issues from that respect. Only problem is the officiating, and this is something that I've always known. Never even thought about looking it up. It's just part of the lifestyle, right? When you do certain things and you're part of certain groups, you just expect certain things. Being a Raider fan, you are absolutely going to expect zero calls to go your way. The officiating is always against you. The whole NFL is always against you. It's I mean, that's part of what Al built, right? I mean, and again, it's also part of that lifestyle. The only reason why the Raiders could make it as far as in Las Vegas, the only reason why the Raiders is the only team that was fitting to go to Las Vegas. I mean, it's only going to be an Al team. It's only going to be the lifestyle of an Al team, and it is what it is. So we're gonna be hated. It's just there's no two ways around that. We're always gonna get the short end of the stick, so you don't hear me complain about it often, if at all. I mean, I don't think I've ever complained, but this Bengals game, oh my god! Bottom line, they had not received a single penalty until the fourth quarter. Period. That speaks volumes for itself. We had a lot of issues, and Card clearly didn't play well. These guys are so good, it starts to make you think like this is where the conspiracy theories come out, and this is where it makes sense because you got Card, you start putting plays up, you see the guy's not acting like his normal self. The refs haven't given us a single thing all game. They never do. But this particular game, something just felt completely wrong. And I'll tell you this, if I feel that again, this is where, I will have to say there's definitely an agenda. I mean, there always has been agenda, right? Raider Nation is part of our fiber. It's part of what we deal with. It's part of what we have to go through. But this game was very specific. Again, going to every single game, right? Watching and being very detailed in what you're looking for, all these things. Things start to show up, man. And the bottom line is the officiating was atrocious. I mean, how do you go from, you know, one team having 9, 12 penalties and the other team having literally nothing? And then you enter the fourth quarter. I mean, come on. It, so between that, between Carr's bad play, between everything else, I mean, I think the only guy that stood out is the guy that I scolded previously, which was Brian Edwards, right? I think he actually had a decent game when it came to the Bengals game. Hey, fellow Raider Nation people, bottom line, if that's what it's gonna take, if it's little old Terrence T. Crump out here in Texas, letting people know what's going on out here, how we feel, and if players gonna get fired up and do what B. Edwards did, for that Bengals game, based on me sticking him out like a sore thumb. So be it. I'll be that guy. I'll be the one that they hate. I don't care. Whatever it takes, right? Hey, it's like Al stated. We got 3 words we care about. Just win, baby. That's it. We don't care about nothing else, man. Whatever it takes. So B. Edwards, if it was your fans, the lack of your fans, whatever it was that got under your skin, let me know. Let us know. I'm all for it. I will do whatever you need me to do to motivate you and everybody else on this squad. Um, we're all tired. It's such a wild season. We are all tired, man. It is such a wild season. We're ready to win. We're ready to get to a playoff game, let alone, right? We're ready to win a playoff game, a home playoff game at that. Let's get one at the crib, right? I mean, this is what we're all dreaming for. Like, this is what the season ticket, right? The PSLs, right? That's their whole dream is, oh, we're gonna get a playoff game so we can astronomically jack the prices up through the roof. In any respect, look, whatever we need in order to create that fire for each player, not just Brian Edwards, because obviously he was the only one that showed up, and that's the funniest thing about it because I kind of scolded him and only him the hardest when it came to the game previous to the Bengals. So again, and that was why I actually didn't have a conversation after that game. We had Thanksgiving coming up. As you all just heard me say, I live in Texas. This was going to be a tough one. Playing the Cowboys in Jerry World, I have a lot to discuss when it comes to that too, which, I couldn't be more happy with the outcome, with everything when it comes to Jerry World. But yeah, I, you know, that game took a lot out of all of us. I think we needed this break. I needed this break. I needed to not say anything. I needed to see where we stand come Thanksgiving. And I really believe it's gonna be back and forth the whole season. Like a game of tennis, badminton. We're gonna go back and forth with good and bad, bad and good. What's up, my guy Matt? Appreciate you joining. Yeah, it's gonna be back and forth. This season is gonna be so tight, and that's the other thing for you fantasy people. And we'll talk more fantasy come Friday, but the beautiful thing about fantasy now moving forward, every game is going to absolutely count. Your players are going to be playing because they are going to be needing home field advantage. They're going to be needing every advantage they can get. So that's why I'm excited about the extra game, right? It is imperative. We need to win it. right? The Raiders, I mean, just look at our division. It's one of the hardest divisions in football, if not the hardest division outside of the Rams, right? The Cardinals, etc. But there's no way you're going to take that game off. Nobody wants to play the Raiders in Las Vegas. Nobody wants to play the Chiefs in Arrowhead. Nobody wants to play Denver and Donkeyland, right? These are not things that's going to happen. So, if you have teams from that, I mean, players from that division, excellent. Yeah. So I'm excited about that as far as that game. Yeah. You know what? We're going to bury that Bengals game. I'm going to leave it at that. I talked enough about it. We're almost at the 30-minute mark. So yeah, Bengals game, that was tough. Hard pill to swallow. I didn't want to talk about it. Yep. So that's why I didn't show up. Hey, it happens, right? I don't have to show up there. You guys can't make me. I'm just being honest. Like, man, hey, being a Raider fan is really, really hard, man, especially this year. The nail in the coffin for me was Alec Ingold, man. Are you kidding me? That the only fullback we have that we can trust that knows everything. And trust me, please believe he knows everything. Meaning he's just as smart and knows all the plays as every lineman, every receiver, even the quarterback. He's the fullback. He's got to know where to block, how to block, right? Trust me, the guy knows what's going on. And the bottom line is him being gone without any kind of backup. Again, we just take blow after blow after blow. But that's part of being a Raider. It's part of Raider Nation. It's nothing we're hanging our hats on. We're not, oh, well, we had this. Nobody cares about this stuff, right? It's the real world. The NFL, right? It's the real world. No one cares about your problems. You win or you don't. You get it done or you don't. So it is what it is. Bengals game, water under a bridge. You know, hey, and beyond. Let's be clear here. I've said this more than one time. I absolutely believe the Bengals are in the top five, if not the top three of the AFC. Said it before the game. Said it previously. A few games before the game. It is how I feel. And I mean, dude, man, Chase and freaking the quarterback, are you kidding me? We're gonna have to deal with that for a long time. They did it in college, and they're just scratching the surface right now in the NFL. I mean, he's the real deal. I mean, and again, even for us as Raider fans, right? We got to deal with Justin Herbert and Patrick Mahomes. Just that and those two in general. We're stacked league. It's gonna be a barn burner for sure. Just when you thought, right, the Rams were the unbeatable team. Oh, they got Vaughn. Oh, they got Odell. What? None of that matters. They're sliding to what? This is their fourth straight loss. Who knows? It's the NFL, man. The worst team can beat the best team any day of the week, twice on Sundays. Please believe it. I don't know any other way to explain that to other people. Why do you think that why do you think the casinos and the sports books that trust me, any given team can win any given day. So we're done with that. Let's move on to the previous game, which is the game that I absolutely adored. Oh, are you kidding me? Yo, are you kidding me? That freaking Cowboys game. Yes. Oh, I'm ecstatic. I mean, best seats in the house, right? Founder seats with my best homie from the crib from day one, with my coach from Cali, guy that super instrumental, Chris Smith. super instrumental. I mean, if there's one thing I can tell any athlete that's watching this, and obviously you do have to have luck on your side, right? You got to have luck, and you got to have the ability to have the right people around you, and that's going to come from your parents, right? Things like that. But I was very, very fortunate, and all I can tell you is, as an athlete, when you get the right person, just shut up and listen. Just shut up and listen. Be coachable. Do those things that allow you to grow to be where you need to be. And again, Coach Chris, he was there. Coach Chris Smith. It was a joyous day. I mean, hey, we're in Jerry World. Jerry World is Jerry World. I'm gonna give props to Jerry World every time. I gotta admit though, I'm gonna be up front. And hey, people might, the cowgirls, whatever you want to call them, they might be upset with me. But look, Jerry World is looking old. Yep, I said it. Jerry World is looking old. I've been telling everybody about how Jerry World is still Jerry World. Don't get it twisted. It's still Jerry World, but it's looking old, man. I had a chance to, walk through Jerry World unlike I had ever done, in the past. And as you guys know, I'm saving all of my footage for the end of the season. I am going to flood this channel. Daily, I'm praying and hoping. I'm hoping I can flood this channel with nothing but snippets, short, smalls, mediums, whatever you guys are loving with the content that I've created from my GoPro. I have to tell you, I have not put out anything. I don't think I've put out a single clip of anything from my GoPro. Everything's been from my phone, etc., but not my GoPro. So, you know, I saw a lot of things at Jerry World I'd never seen before. I've been to Jerry World a few times. My cousins from Miami came through. They were up for Thanksgiving, visiting family. Yeah, like I told you, my best friend, my coach. It was an awesome time. And as we all know, it was one of the most watched games in all of football. Yeah, so since 1990, I should say. Let me be clear, right? Before all you stat people come, you know, gunning for me. But yeah, it was the most watched football game since 1990. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. I felt bad for Cowboy fans. I will say this. I really absolutely do feel bad for you guys because it had to be us that you're playing, which means you're guaranteed to deal with the zebras, right? The refs. Yeah, you're guaranteed to deal with those guys. It's what we deal with every day, all day. As a Raider, we don't even complain. That's the thing. That's what was the funniest thing about this. We don't even complain. It is what it is, right? It's par for course. it's you just have you guys. I think it was tied again. Like I say, I've started out this conversation with the Bengals and how that went. I mean, we tied 14-14 as far as the amount of penalties and so forth. I get it. I understand. Some may have been more crucial than others, but in my opinion, I'm just gonna put it out there. Bottom line, it was your guy Brown, man. That guy was such a liability, and I think he's gonna be a liability for the rest of the season unless he cleans his act up. But that was your problem. It was Brown. Get that guy out of the game. Are you kidding me? The amount of penalties and yards that he gobbled up alone, ah, absolutely atrocious. Atrocious. And I mean, bad game, right? Bad day. Just he's never had those problems. That's what his coach has been saying. It is what it is. I mean, hey, they called the right defense. They called the man with some over the top, some coverage, some help. I mean, you can't blame the refs. You got to blame the people on your team, man. I mean, Bottom line is Raiders, we didn't complain about any of it. You know, Cowboy fans, I mean, they're still complaining about the refs. Jerry's still complaining about. It's like, what do you expect? You are playing the Raiders, the literally the most hated team in the NFL, and we love it that way. That's the other thing that the rest of you people don't get, right? Yep, I'm saying it. You people, all these NFL. That's the problem. You want to be Raider Nation. There's only one. Like even even when it comes to the Cowboys, Cowboy Nation, America's team, everybody wants to have some kind of saying to fit in. I'm sorry, there's only one nation. It's Raider Nation. I mean, you can put in all your acronyms, do everything you want to do, but the bottom line is at the end of the day, and it's the reason why we are hated the most is because of what we've created. The lifestyle, all of it. You want to be us, can't. Bottom line. But yeah, I digress. Back to these Cowboys in this game. I mean, hey, it was a barn burner. Let's be honest. I said, we'd have to win by 30 or one. I said we should have 30 by fourth quarter, which didn't happen. But hey, I mean, 36 overtime win. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it all the way. I have no problems with the way that went down. You know, I mean, our offense, Carr did his thing, right? He and this is why I have problems with Carr. He looked like the all-star he is in this game. Ran a little bit, fired up, right? Hitting people between the numbers, dropping stuff on a dime. Why is it that? And then we had previous weeks. What is the problem? I don't understand. I really don't comprehend, Carr. I mean, just be consistent. Even if we were just consistent. In any event, I've dropped the link into our comments channel. Any and everyone. We only had a couple of people on. It's all good, right? Like I said, we're building the channel. We're gonna get this figured out. We get views, we get, things will happen. But don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it because I already know Raider Nation's got our back. It's why we do it. It's what we're doing it for. And I guarantee you, before it's all said and done and we're winning chips again, we will have butts in the seats with Raider gear, not the nonsense that we've seen in previous games. And that's my goal. That is my main goal. So but yeah, back to Dallas because it was such a great day. I mean, Deshaun, e everybody did what they needed to do. Our guy Jacobs, even though anybody else think he's gonna be around end of the season? I I don't know why. I just, I love the guy. I loved him from the jump, and I just have a feeling, yeah, he's probably not gonna be around. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he takes a cut. Who knows? We'll see. But yeah, what a game. Everybody contributed. Um, Defense played great, right? I shouldn't say they played. They played good. They played good, right? Dak didn't have his weapons, right? He didn't have CD Lamb. He didn't have Amari Cooper. Not that Amari Cooper was going to do anything, anyways. We all know how. We all from Raider Nation knows how he gets down. That's irrelevant, So, but yeah, I mean, he wasn't up to par. It is what it is. We weren't up to par. We haven't been up to par since day one. I don't think anybody needs to know why. Yeah. So tough game for the Cowboys. I'll be honest. It was a tough game. It was a trap game. I knew it. I even pumped them up. I gave them all that. Woe is me. Woe is us Raider fans. I don't think we got a chance this week. I'm scared to go in this stadium to get blown out. I gave all of those vibes. Knowing in the back of my man, Raiders don't give up. Are you kidding me? Hey, man, no, there was no give up. There was all that was all for show. It was all for, you see how we do. I will continue to keep posting stuff from that game. Pictures as well as videos, shorts, yeah, all that. Like I say, my man Huff, he's gotta get all the smoke. This is my guy from day one. I don't know what happened to him. I don't know where he bumped his head at as a kid. I mean, his whole family, all these people get sucked into it. My mom is a Cowboy fan. My sister's a Cowboy fan. It, I don't know. I took the road of my dad. He's a Cleveland fan. I decided to pick somebody else. It is what it is. America's thing. There's a lot of in Connecticut. There's a lot of Cowboy fans. I don't know where it comes from. I mean, other than the reality of. So I will tell this one real quick because a lot of people don't know it. So the Patriots were supposed to move to Hartford. Yes, this was in the 80s. And this is why I hate this team even more so, even before the Tuck rule. But yeah, the Patriots supposed to move to Hartford, Connecticut, built the stadium in '09, and they stood us up at the altar, right? Quick, short story. And that's why I hate the Patriots. You couldn't pay me to like the Patriots. Patriots are like 1B. You got the Donkeys 1A, Patriots 1B as far as who I hate the most in the NFL. It's weird to me when a lot of people absolutely despise the Chiefs. That's weird to me, and I'm sure it's weird to the other Raider Nation people that feel the same. They're like, Denver's not that bad. So I can't stand those freaking chefs, right? The chefs, the donkeys. Yeah, I got to start calling them by their proper names. I don't know what we call it. The Chargers. Hey, what are the Chargers? Uh, Somebody fill me in on that. I know about the chefs. I know about the donkeys. I don't know what we call the Chargers. I have to figure that out. I need to start calling them by their proper name, if you will, when it comes to our division. Yeah, that's again. It's nothing people can say about us. They just want to be us. Look at that beautiful shit. Look at that shield, man. Look at that Raider country. You kidding me? All right, so yeah. Cowboys game absolutely outstanding. I'm excited for this week. We got the Washington football team. I'm definitely going to have a show on Friday. This is just, to get us back going. Raider Nation, make sure you guys know I haven't given up. I'm not, cutting out on my duties is bringing y'all all the heat I can bring, everything I can, you know, bring as far as content to Raider Nation. And yeah, move forward with this season. It's not over. It ain't over. There's what is that? It ain't over. It's not over. Not only can we win the division, I mean, we can have number one seed in the AFC. It's not over. I don't know any other way to explain that to people. I'll be at every game less Cleveland. We already discussed that. Yeah, I'm excited for what we have going on. But I want to thank you guys. I want to thank all the Raider Nation, right, for being out here and making sure we grind and get this going. I mean, for real, we need to fill these seats, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it's about. It's about getting some chips. It's about making things happen, and that's what we're gonna do with this channel. So, I hope everybody can enjoy this. Like I say, I'm gonna see if I can Get us up out of here. Yep. And T Crump is out. Y'all have a good one. Raider Nation. Peace.